Hi everyone. In this video, I am going to explain about the important theory of chemical bonding and molecular structure, that is valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Okay, so valence shell electron pair repulsion theory is also known as shortly VSEPR theory. So this is mainly introduced to know about what is a molecule and what type of geometry or shape it is containing. So that can be explained by using these theories. So based upon the electron pair present in the valence shell and repulsions which is undergoing, so we can easily explain about its shape and geometry. So it is based on some important postulates. First we'll see what are the main postulates of this theory. The first postulate is that the electron pair present in valence shell of central atom repel each other. So if you take a molecule, for example MX3, okay, in this molecule total number of atoms are 4, but all the 4 do not act as the central atom. Only one can act as the central atom. So that central atom now contains valence electrons. Whatever is the last electron present in an atom, that is said to be valence electron. The electron pair present in valence shell of central atom repel each other because electrons are containing the same charge. When same charges come closer, they'll repel each other, okay, and try to remain as far as possible. Same charges, whenever they repel, they move away and they can stay away as far as possible for minimum repulsions and maximum stability of a molecule. See, repulsion and stability is inversely proportional. Okay, so when repulsions are less, stability is more. When repulsions are more, stability decreases. See, this is completely about the central atom present in a molecule. So the electron pair present in valence shell of central atom repel each other and try to remain as far as possible for minimum repulsions and maximum stability. So the shape of molecule depends on the number of lone pair. The shape of molecule, here we are explaining about shape of molecule, that depends on the number of lone pair and bond pair electrons. Lone pair electrons are the electrons which are not participated in the bond formation. Lone pair electrons are the electrons which do not participate in the bond formation. And we know bond pair electrons, they involved in the formation of bond. Okay, so present around the central atom. Based on the number of lone pair electrons and bond pair electrons present around the central atom, we can easily tell about the shape of a molecule. So shape of molecule is always depends on the lone pair electron and bond pair electron attached or present on the central atom. Now the central atom is surrounded by bonded pair electrons and similar atom only, then it has regular shape. Okay, if central atom and other atom are similar, then only it will be having the regular shape. But if it is surrounded by the lone pair of electrons with a different atom, central atom will be one type and whatever the bonded atoms are attached, that will be another type. When central atom is bonded to the different types of atoms or both, then the molecule has different type of shape. So shape, when it remains same or regular, if central atom attached to the same type of another atom or bonded to the same type of another atom, then the shape of molecule is said to be remain same. But whenever the central atom is surrounded by different atoms or both, then molecule has the distorted shape. Some disturbances arise in the shape and that leads to give distorted shape. Now we'll see the next postulate. Here is the next postulate, that is the pair of electron of double and triple bonds. Okay, the pair of electron of double and triple bond are regarded as single pair electron, which is also known as super pair. Okay, the pair of electrons of double and triple bond are regarded as single pair and which is also called super pair. Next, the order of repulsions between the different pairs of electrons is given below. See, if lone pair of electrons in the sense electrons which do not participate in the bond formation, they are freely available. So if lone pair electrons are there, the repulsions are maximum. Then lone pair, then bond pair. So that means repulsions between the electrons present in a molecule is given in this order. That is lone pair electrons shows maximum repulsions, lone pair bond pair repulsions lesser repulsions, and bond pair repulsions are minimum. Understand? Now this is about the main important postulates of valential electron pair theory. According to valential electron pair theory, we can give the shape of a molecule. When we can give shape of a molecule, whenever we know the central number of lone pairs and bond pair electrons present on the central atom. Okay, on central atom, valence shell contains lone pair or bond pair electrons. Based on the lone pair and bond pair electrons, we can explain about its shape. If the central metal or central atom is bonded to the same type of atoms, then the shape will be remain regular. If the central atom is bonded to different atoms or both, then shape gets distorted somewhat. Okay, now based on these repulsions, we can give shape for different types of molecule. See, first we have taken a molecule with total number of pairs 2. Okay, here we have taken a molecule with total number of electron pairs are 2. So then in that the bond pairs, both the pair of electrons involved in the formation of a bond. Okay, that is why it is of 2 bond pairs. Lone pairs, if both the pair of electrons involved in bond pair, then there is no free pair of electron. Lone pair of electrons will be 0. Okay, so here only 2 pairs are there. That means it can able to form maximum 2 bonds. With the 2 bond pair, it can form 2 bonds. Now, these 2 bonds are made between the 3 atoms. That is, A is now bonded to B, 2 B's. Whatever the bond angle present between the 2 atoms is 180 degrees. See, first we have taken an example of molecule which is containing total pair of electrons are 2. Now, both the electron pairs are acting as bond pairs. That means the 2 bonds are present around the atom. This is the central atom. A is considered now as central atom. Around the central atom, now 2B are bonded by using single bonds, and the shape is said to be linear. If a molecule, now the second case, if a molecule contains 3 total pairs of electrons, okay, when all the 3 pairs of electrons involved in bond formation, just imagine, now a molecule contains totally 3 pairs of electrons. If all the 3 pairs of electrons involved in bond formation, then there is no lone pair of electron. Okay, around this central atom, this is central atom, 3 atoms are bonded by using 3 pairs of electron. So each bond is containing 1 pair of electrons, totally 3 bonds and 3 pairs of electrons. Then the bond angle here is said to be 120, and the shape of molecule is trigonal planar. If suppose in this 3 pairs of electrons, 2 are involved in bond formation, one is acting as lone pair. Just imagine, in 3 pairs of electrons, 2 involved in the bond formation and 1 exists as the lone pair. See, 2 pairs in the sense only 2 bonds with the 2 atoms. Central atom is A. Now central atom A is bonded to 2B atoms by using 2 bonds. Okay, each bond now containing 1 bond pair, totally 2 bonds and 2 bond pair. Third pair of electron is now acting as lone pair. So lone pair, pair of electron which do not participate in bond formation, that retains on the central atom. Okay, clear? That means if a molecule contains 3 pairs, sometimes all the 3 pairs involved in bond formation, either 2 bonds participates in bond formation and 1 can exist as free electrons or lone pair of electrons. Now these are lone pair of electrons. Then the shape of molecule is said to be bent shape. Okay, so that is what I have told you. If lone pair of electrons are present and if atom A is bonded to the different atoms, then the shape of molecule gets distorted. Now we are discussing about a molecule with 4 pairs of electrons. If a molecule contains 4 pair of electrons, if all the 4 pair of electrons involved in bond formation, then lone pair of electrons remains 0. There is no lone pair because all are involved in bond formation. That means around the central atom, now 4 atoms are bonded by using 4 bond pairs. Each bond pair contains one bond pair of electrons. Here 1 bond pair, second bond pair, third bond pair and fourth bond pair. So totally 4 bond pairs are present and lone pair of electrons are 0. Then the bond angle is 109 degrees 5 minutes. And the shape is said to be now tetrahedral. Okay, with 4 total pair of electrons, bond pairs are 4, then the geometry is tetrahedral. In some cases, among the 4 pair of electrons, 3 involved in bond formation. and one can act as lone pair. So see, 3. Here 3 involved in bond formation with the 3 atoms. A is central atom. Now central atom is bonded to 3 other atoms by using 3 bond pairs. Now the 4th bond pair is acting as what? Lone pair. So that lone pair I have represented here, which is not involved in bond formation, freely available. Then the shape of molecule is trigonal bipyramidal. Trigonal bipyramidal. And in this 4 pairs of electrons, some cases only 2 involved in bond formation, 2 remains as lone pair. So such 2 bond pairs are A is bonded to 2B by using 2 bonds. Each bond contains 1 bond pair. Still 2 lone pairs are there, right? So those lone pairs I have represented here by using orbitals. Okay, then again the shape of molecule is said to be bent shape. And now next, total number of pairs are 5. So in that all the 5 pairs involved in bond formation, then lone pair of electrons are 0. So bond pairs, if 5 means around central atom we can see the presence of 5 atoms. Now the central atom A. So around central atom A, now totally 5 atoms are bonded by using bond pair of electrons. Here we can see 2 different types of bond angles. One is 90 degrees hand angle between these two, and between these three 120 angle will be present. Shape of molecule is said to be trigonal bipyramidal. Okay, now within the same five pair of electrons, sometimes only 4 involved in bond formation, one can exist as lone pair. 4 involved in bond formation and only 1 exists as lone pair. So that 4 pairs of electrons we can represent by using like this. Okay, around central atom now 4 bond pairs are present with the 4 atoms, and 5th one is acting as a lone pair of electron. 5th one is acting as lone pair of electron. Then the shape of molecule is seesaw shape molecule. Next, within the same 5 pairs of electrons, only 3 involved in bond pair and 2 exist as lone pair. This is the central atom. Around central atom, 3 atoms are attached by using 3 bonds. 3 atoms are attached with 3 bonds, whereas 2 existing as lone pair of electrons. Okay, then the shape of molecule is T-shape. Understand? Now with the same 5 pairs, sometimes 2 can act as bond pair and 3 can act as lone pair. 2 can act as bond pair, 3 can act as lone pair. So with 2 bond pairs of electrons around the central atom, we can see presence of only 2 atoms by using 2 bonds, whereas 3 pairs can exist as lone pair. These are the lone pair of electrons. Then the shape of molecule is said to be linear. Okay, and some cases the molecule may also contains 6 pairs of electrons. All the 6 pairs of electrons if involved in bond formation, then number of bond pairs are 6. Then number of lone pairs are 0. So that 6 pairs indicates that 6 atoms present around the central atom. Now the central atom is A. Around it 6 atoms are bonded by using single bonds. Each single bond indicates the presence of 1 bond pair. Totally 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bond pairs are present. Then the bond angle is said to be here 90 degrees and the shape of molecule is octahedral. With the same 6 pairs of electrons, some cases only 5 involved in bond formation. Only 5 involved in bond formation, and one can exist as lone pair. One can exist as lone pair. So that means these 5 bond pairs involved in bond formation around the central atom. Now the central atom is A. Around it 5 atoms B are located. Okay, each one is bonded with the A by using a single bond pair. That means around the central atom 5 bond pairs are present, and 6th one acting as lone pair. That lone pair I have represented here. Then the shape of molecule is now said to be square pyramidal. Next, with the same 6 pairs, only 4 sometimes involved in bond formation. 2 can exist as lone pair. That means around the central atom A, 4 bond pairs are present with the B, and these 2 are existing as lone pair. So finally the geometry or the shape of molecule is said to be square planar. Okay, in few molecules even 7 bond pairs are also 7 pairs of electrons are also present. Now we'll see that condition. Here you can see the condition with the molecule containing 7 pairs of electrons. So if 7 pairs of electrons are there, sometimes all the 7 pairs of electrons involved in bond formation, and there is no lone pair. That means around central atom totally 7 atoms are arranged by using 7 bond pairs. Now this is the central atom. Around it 7 atoms are arranged by using 7 bond pair of electrons. Then the shape of molecule is pentagonal bipyramidal. Okay, with the same total 7 pairs of electrons, some cases only 6 involved in bond formation. Only 6 pairs of electrons involved in bond formation. Only one can act as lone pair of electrons. Okay, only one can act as lone pair of electrons. The 6 bond pairs indicates that around central atom, 5 bonds, 5 atoms are, 6 atoms are present. Okay, one more atom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 atoms are present and one can act as lone pair of electrons. Then the shape of molecule is said to be distorted octahedral. Okay, so this is about the valence shell repulsion theory, electron pair repulsion theory. So according to this theory, if you know bond pair and lone pair of electrons around the central atom, we can easily explain about the shape of a molecule.